Hello and welcome to the 7th session of Tuesday Tonic. There's a lot of stuff going on in the world, I don't know what else to call it, a lot of bad stuff going on in the world, a lot of clearing that globally we are working through injustice. This pandemic has brought a lot to light of where we are so wrong in the world. And with all the latest unfolding of the news, we can be left feeling very helpless and very angry, very sad, and it can bring a state of depression as well. So today's session, I had planned it this way, but I think also it's very timely in light of what is happening at the moment, and it's called Igniting Your Inner Fire. And what that is going to do is one of several things. If you are feeling helpless and it's like a big weighted grey cloud is over you at this moment and you're just wading through mud because of all the stuff going on in the world, if that's the effect it's had on you, this class will just hopefully raise up that inner fire and help to activate you again. And the other effect it can have if you're feeling very angry, it can help to channel that anger so that it's constructive. Anger is a very, very powerful emotion, and it can be used very constructively in the right way. So we can use the practice to help channel. People have asked over the last few weeks whether I'm open to donations or how whether it is a free event, and this is absolutely free. I've been teaching yoga for 20 odd years, and I felt to myself at the beginning of the lockdown that this is one way where I can genuinely offer something that's of value from myself to the community, whoever feels they need it. I ask for nothing in return. I suppose this comes from the adage I learned from a friend of mine a long time ago when I was in trouble. I was in a very vulnerable place, and my wonderful friend Claire James Takeshiatsu, if you're watching at some point, hello, she offered me a shiatsu massage, and I said, oh, but Claire, I'm not in a position to pay you back at the moment. And she said, that's okay, you can pay it forward. I said, pay it forward, what do you mean? She said, well, I'm giving you something now, I'm asking nothing in return, genuinely, but when you're in a position to give, then you give something that you feel you can give. And so I suppose this is one of those opportunities where I'm now paying it forward. So you have Claire partly and all the other people that have helped me over time in such a way. So yes, if you can pay it forward, if you want to give, and pay it forward when you are ready. You may not feel ready at this moment, in which case just take from the session and let it build that strength within you until you feel you are able to give. And it will be a very natural, evolutionary process, so there's no pressure. I would like to say at this point though that yoga teaching is my job, and I do teach online, so if anyone is interested, there are a few places in several classes I have running throughout the week. So if I can direct you to the Yoga Light website, which is yoga-light.com, all the information is there for you. And also I upload this onto YouTube on my channel, which is Ceri Yoga Light. So do go and explore if you wish to. So igniting your inner fire. Let's take a moment to gather what is going on within us at this moment now. So you have your hardback chair, you have your block if you want it, and you're just going to take a moment to relax. Okay, closing the eyes if you're comfortable to, sitting back into the chair, just resting your hands on your lap. And if you're not comfortable closing the eyes, just drop the eyes down. And just take a moment to consider what your overloaded mind is trying to comprehend and juggle right now, which is a lot. And just for this moment, and for the next 25 moments, you're just going to really focus on being right here, right now. And where you are right here, right now is okay. So you can relax with that. Take a deep breath in through the nose if you can, and sigh out all of that stress and tension. And one breath in. And exhale. And just beginning to regulate the breathing now. Seeing if you can steady that breath in and breath out. And as you do that, just checking into the body, starting from the feet, and see if you can relax the body parts as you systematically work through them one by one, starting from the ankles, working up, well, starting from the feet, then to the ankles, calves, knees, thighs, hips, lower back, middle back, upper back, shoulders and the back of the neck softening, arms, hands and fingers resting gently on your legs, softening the face, the forehead, muscles around the eyes and the jaw. And as you relax, if you're able to, can you sit up from the back of the chair so that your back is perfectly upright, if that's possible, and then place one hand in front of the other over your heart center, and mentally repeat to yourself, I am awakening my fire within. I am awakening my fire within. And then when you're ready, open the eyes, take the arms out to the side and up to a prayer position if that's possible. If not, just go to where you can go. As you breathe into those floating ribs in the diaphragm. If you're not sure what that is, it's at the bottom of the rib cage. We look in great detail at that in the earlier Tuesday Tonic, so it's always good to go back and revise. Breathing in, pushing those ribs out, exhale. And then you're going to exhale over to your right, keeping the opposite buttock rooted down. So keeping the left buttock rooted down, feel that opening stretch on that open side of the body. And inhale up, exhale, arms over to the other side, root down through the opposite buttock and breathe deeply into the open side. Feel all of those ribs expanding, those intercostal muscles working now. Inhale up and exhale the arms down. Okay, we're going to move into Kapalabhati today, which we looked at in, I think it was Tuesday Tonic 3. So if you are not sure of it, or you do it today and it doesn't make sense, go back and revise. It's on the YouTube, as I said, or it is on the Yoga Light Facebook page if you're willing to scroll back through. But we're going to go straight into it today. If you remember, you're relaxing your belly and then a fast contraction back on an out breath, which sends the air out. And it looks a little bit like this. Breathe in, exhale, breathe in, exhale, breathe in, join with me, exhale, breathe in, 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 exhale, and you're going to take a deep in-breath, holding that breath. Remember, any of you with any contraindications, including pregnancy, please double check before you practice any of these classical practices. Holding the breath now, and then exhale through the nose. And you're going to inhale and contract back through the belly. Inhale, exhale, in, hex, 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 in. Complete exhalation now, emptying those lungs, and a deep breath in if you can hold the breath for a little while, breathing out at the point you need to. If it's before the time, I invite you to breathe out, just holding it there. And exhale completely. We're going to do that one more time. Breathe in and exhale. Breathe in, ready for the round, and exhale. Breathe in, hex, 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 in, hex. Breathe in, breathe out completely, and breathe in to hold the breath, holding it there. And exhale. Very good. So if that makes you feel a little bit lightheaded, just stay sitting for a moment or two before continuing. It can sometimes have that effect. So moving on, you are going to lift your right leg. I think you've looked at this before, but we're going to be starting to develop some of the work from now on. Holding behind the thigh and just drawing that leg towards you on an out breath. Inhale, release, and then exhale. Continuing that with your breath. This is the knee to chest press. Yeah, so you may notice I'm wearing a different outfit for week 7. So I've kind of seen that first 6 weeks as a first series. So if you are working through the Tuesday Tonics and you want to share it to other people, please direct them to the first series, because it is progressive and there is bits to add on and learn each time. It can be a bit daunting if you just appear it at this stage, because we will be stepping it up a little bit. Okay, from here, can you start to unfold that leg as straight as you can? Just going as far as you can, really working into this back, this tendon at the back of the knee. And then some of you may be able to catch hold of your foot and take that leg further. Keep this tummy zipped up. We've talked a lot about that, okay? Keep that zipped up and continue to breathe. And gently release, so bring the hands back to the thigh and down, and just a little wriggle into that hip joint there to loosen up. Make sure you're sitting upright, taking the left leg, exhale, knee to chest, inhale, release the pressure, exhale. And then you're starting to extend that leg as straight as you can. Keep lifting up from the base of the spine. Great. And then some of you may be able to reach the foot and exhale up. Remember, this is not competition. It's not what you can do, it's the way that you do it. And use the breath. Breathe in and exhale, drawing that leg towards you. A couple more breaths. And release down. And just a little wiggle there. Okay, so we're going to remove the block, if you've got the block, and sit far forward onto your chair. We're going to move into the child pose, Utkatasana. We mentioned this some time ago as well. So what you're going to do, if you're able to sit at the front of the chair, you're going to bring your feet together, and you're going to inhale the arms out to the side and above you into prayer position if you can. If you can't, hands to prayer to the heart centre, absolutely fine. So one way or the other, whichever works for you. And then you're just going to exhale and bend forward. Let the head follow that. And just hold that position. And inhale up, exhale, arms out to the side and down. And I'm going to invite you to practice that from standing today. In which case, come to standing, feet together. This is known as Tadasana, the standing mountain pose. Inhale, the arms out to the side and up. And it's as if you're going to sit in a chair. So you're exhaling down. In fact, your bottom might even touch the edge of the chair, but you're not putting any weight onto that chair. You're creating that yourself. Keep zipping up the tummy. Keep using your core. This is a tougher asana than most people realise. It's very good for building core strength and igniting that fire. And inhale up, exhale down. Good. So we're going to look at that again. First we're sitting, and we're going to bring a twist into it. So if you're sitting at the front of your chair again, this time we're just going to take the hands to the heart. And the idea is that you are going to try to tap your left elbow towards the right knee. I say towards because for some of you, you're not going to get there. Doesn't matter. That's the intention. That's the direction you're going in, okay? So you keep the knees and the feet pointing forward, lift up from the base of the spine, and then exhale, lengthening through the spine as you gently twist over with the intention for the left elbow to meet the right knee. And then you can look in the direction that your body's going. Keep zipping up the tummy, breathe. And inhale back. And again on the other side, so your right elbow reaching towards the left knee. So before we move, lift up from the base of the spine on an in-breath, and then exhale, keep lengthening through the spine as you take that elbow down. And the other thing to note, if you want to add something else to that, is aim to keep the prayer position in line with the heart center. Breathe. And inhale up, exhale down. Okay, so you're either going to repeat that for sitting or you're going to have a go from standing. From Tadasana, inhale to exhale, hands to prayer. Breathe in, breathe out, sit into your imaginary chair. And then you're going to exhale to your right. Again, aiming to meet the elbow to meet the knee. Keep breathing. Inhale. Keep that angle in the back. See if you can sit up a little bit more into that chair posture. You may find you've got a little bit more strength now to let the body move a little bit more upright, and then twist the other way. Elbow towards the knee. Wow, this is very hot work. The studio's normally got a lovely chill, there's a lovely feel to it, but I can feel the heat generating in my own body as I do this with you. Okay, come to stand. Exhale the arms down, rolling the shoulders one way and then the other. You're feeling a bit more fired up now. We're going to take that a little further, continuing to work on that core. Who said chair yoga was easy, huh? So, you're going to move to your side and one hand hand is going to be on the top here, the other hand holding the side, so you're very supported to start with, and then you just develop and move through the stages as you feel comfortable. Okay, so to start with, you're just lifting the feet off the floor. I say just, that's hard enough actually. But that's where you're starting. You may need to put your hand in another place to support that. So we're going to hang out here, and we're just going to take it further and further if you can manage it, and you just stay at the point where you feel, I wouldn't say comfortable, because it's not comfortable, but that's okay for you. Please take real care. This test time is quite a balance. I don't want anyone toppling off their chairs, so please be really careful. You're going to work on extending those legs. Okay, and bend and release down. Just taking the arms over the thighs, let the head go. We are going to take that further, alright? If you feel you want to go further. So just release from that, let all the muscles release, let the belly release. Let the body fold down as far as it feels it can, comfortably. This is a releasing posture, it feels good. And then moving back up again. So you know where we're going for the first part. Don't know how to put my hands. Okay, just finding what's comfortable for you until you take those feet off. Straighten the legs, and then see if you can take the arms to meet the legs. See what I mean? Be very, very careful. If you are new to yoga, I would suggest you don't move to this stage. Stay here where you're holding onto the chair. Only if you are an accomplished practiced yogi already, you might want to consider this. I know that there are some teachers who watch this as well. So if you're in fun, you can have a go. Again, it's not what you do, it's where you're at. Okay. And then release and fold over. That feels really good, or you want it to feel good. So this should not feel a strain at all. So if you need to stay at this point, then please do. And then inhaling up. Alright, just a back bend now, so hands behind the back, and just allow that chest to open. I'm on my tiptoes now because I haven't got my block, so maybe you're the same, some of you, but just grind through those toes or feet. And release. Fabulous. So I'm going to turn the chair around now. You can just step to the back of your chair if you are able to. If you are not able to do these postures, actually, before I do that, I'm just going to demonstrate. We're looking at Warrior One. So what I'd like you to do is to come to the front of the mat if you are going to work sitting down. You're taking 1 foot 90 degrees, the other leg is back. Bring the heart, hands to heart, and you're just going to direct the body in that direction, whichever way we're going. So if you can join us in that way, that would be wonderful. Alright? For the rest of you who are going to try standing up, here's my chair turned around. I'm going to stand to the top end of my chair and stepping the right leg back. Okay? And keep hold of this chair to start with. I'm going to bend my leg. Now I want to bend my leg as far as I can, but what I don't want is this knee to overshoot the ankle. I want the knee to be stacked beautifully on top. So that means I need to straighten the leg and step that back leg back a bit. And then bend. And the other thing I want to consider is that if I was to draw an imaginary straight line, one leg would be on one side of that line, the other leg would be on the other side. So this is the leg position work for Warrior One, Virabhadrasana 1. And then if you feel comfortable, you're going to take up the right arm. And if you feel you can take your arm away from the chair, again, be very careful. You know your own capacity of balance at the moment, so err to the side with caution. We can sometimes get very enthusiastic, and that can be a bit of a downfall for us, so take care. And with every exhalation, sitting into that posture. Deep breaths. Very good. Breathing through the nose if you can. And then take that left arm back to support yourself. Bring that right arm down. You need to step that right foot forward on an in-breath. And breathe out. Great. So the other side. So you go to the other side of the back of the chair. And you're going to step your left leg back. And you're going to bend that front leg, see, just to explore how far it can go. If you need to take that foot back a bit, do. Check the imaginary line so that you've got one foot on one side, one foot on the other. And bend into that posture, beautiful stacked knee to ankle. Inhale the arm up. Take the other arm with it if you feel comfortable, and deep breaths. Warrior one. Thinking about those qualities of the warrior and how you might use those qualities in your own life. Okay, take the arm back to the chair, exhale, the other arm down, inhale, and step that left foot forward and breathe. Okay, one more posture, retreat, Vipassana. Again, if you're sitting down, you can make the gesture through the feet and the arms, but stay sitting down, okay? If you're having a go at standing, what you're going to do, I'm just going to bring up close to my mat. So this arm is holding the opposite side of the chair. You've got some different foot positions. You've got here against the ankle, or you've got here, all right? So when you are in a position that suits you, you can then bring your hand, one hand to prayer, and if you feel you can balance, take the other hand to prayer. And breathe, pulling up. This is my left foot. I haven't worked out the coordination of whether you are doing the same with me, given that you've now moved to the back of your chair. Forgive me if it's not reflecting you. A couple more breaths. Keep pulling up through that foot that's on the ground. Imagine roots going deep into the earth to keep you properly grounded. And release. If you need to take hold of the chair, do. And on the other side. Taking hold of the opposite side. Pulling up through both feet, tall in Tadasana, and then taking your outside foot, in this case it's my left one, where you feel comfortable, and breathe. Try to keep your focus on something that isn't moving. That's something that really helps with balance. It's called your drishti. Withdrawing of the senses so that you're just focused on that one thing and one thing alone helps to develop your powers of concentration. And relax down. Oh. And it's time to relax for a moment now. So I'll move my chair back again, and you'll sit down. Grab your block again, if you use a block or cushions, and allow your back to rest back into the back of the chair. And take this next couple of minutes to let the body go. You've worked really hard today. And may the practice start to activate something within you and enable you to work constructively through this very, very challenging time that we are going through globally. Closing the eyes if you're comfortable to, and just think about relaxing the feet, working up through the legs to the knees, hips, lower back, middle back, upper back, shoulders and the back of the neck, arms, hands and fingers, all the muscles in the face relaxing. And perhaps just for a moment visualize a water feature. Perhaps it's a little water feature in your garden or somebody's garden that you know. And tuning into the sound of that soothing, gentle water flow. And how that may be soothing your inner heat now that may have risen up. And then starting to take a deep breath, if you're ready to. If you need to stay in this meditative state for a little while longer, that's absolutely fine. But if you're ready to come out of this now, taking a deep breath, opening eyes, and just contemplate for a few moments before you go back into your usual daily routine. Take care, everyone, and look forward to tuning in with you again next week. Namaste.